Hi, my name is Leosha Noel, and I am a student here at Southern University, New Hampshire University. In this project we're about to speak about is confronting race. Both myself
And
and
my name is Lorena Mello, and I also am a student at Southern New Hampshire University.
so we're going to start off during our interaction and exploring the PBS website. We learned a lot of different things when it came to culture and diversity. We came to a conclusion with two of the myths.
That we are
And
going to debunk.
yes, so one topic that I strongly disagreed with and believe it is a myth is the fact that race is a modern idea. Now, I say this because if you look back in ancient societies, they didn't really divide people according to physical difference, but more according to religion, status, class, even by the language that was spoken. There are some biblical references to racism, and if you look back, racism actually started as early as the biblical days. Um, I say this ultimately due to the various evidence and examples of this, which can be found in the book of Numbers in the Bible, with the story of Moses. Within the book of Numbers, Aaron and Miriam basically had challenges with the fact that Moses, their brother, had married a Cushite woman.
Why?
Why?
Like, why was that a challenge?
So ultimately, it was a challenge because Miriam, being a Cushite woman, she was ultimately of African descent. So, if we consider earlier civilization, it was frowned upon for people to marry outside of their race or with people that they identified as different from their culture and their race. All these are just race examples of racism pre-existing the colonization of America, or as we can say, the modern society. An example of this would be how it was against the law, basically, in the biblical days for the Hebrews to marry outside of their race. Um, Marrying outside of your race was something that was hugely frowned upon back then. So this is the reason why I strongly feel as if this was a myth, and I strongly disagreed with it.
And I agree. So my topic that we came to the conclusion of debunking is that race and freedom were born together, um, and that the U.S. was founded on equality, which is hypocritical in our eyes because the first enslaved Africans arrived in Northern America, under the control of the British,
Mm-hmm.
coming from a history of slavery practices that can be dated as early as like the 15th century. Um, and
Where?
Spain and Portugal, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So European colonists that couldn't get their indentured servants to labor without wages turned to slavery.
Mm-hmm.
This has been a practice that has been woven into the fabric of European culture, pre-existing the first colonists arriving to the Americas. So the statement that the U.S. was founded on a radical new idea of equality is
Mm-hmm.
hypocritical because they literally removed everything else from the monarchy except the fact that economy was developed on the backs of slaves, pretty much.
I can definitely see. We definitely were able to see each other's different opinions and point of views during this project, and we were able to actually learn a lot more about different cultures and race and racism. Um, we came to the agreement that we both actually at the beginning of this project thought that racism was solely based off of a person's skin color, but we were able to learn as we explored the PBS website that it was more to just their skin color and it could even identify with their fingerprints as well, or as we spoke of earlier, their religion as well. So we strongly agree that when it comes to race and freedom being born together, that Lorena agreed with that as being a myth, and me with racism being modern. I disagreed with that. We hope you enjoyed this presentation.